You are going to hate Lux after this. I mean, not really, but he did something that I will never forgive. Obviously, I have my life in YouTube, and then outside of YouTube, you know, I'm doing non-YouTube things. I've met a lot of people over the years. I've had a few girlfriends, some that I've told you guys about, and some that I haven't told you guys about. But there is one very specific girlfriend that I had pretty recently, and it all went wrong. But first, let me tell you about Overwolf. Thank you, Overwolf, for sponsoring today's video. Have you ever had an amazing gaming moment, but it wasn't captured on film? With Overwolf, I have the solution. Overwolf is so helpful to my all-around gaming experience. Overwolf automatically captures the best moments throughout your gameplay. That's right, so you're not even recording a clip and then you get a headshot. Overwolf will record it, and now you have all of the proof. And once you have these highlights, you can automatically share it through Discord, YouTube, or literally anywhere else super easily. Download it in the description down below. Thank you, Overwolf, for sponsoring today's video. That's right, if you do not know much about Lux, he is, I think, 26 years old. I'm only 21, so he's got 5 years on me. He's 5 years older. And I didn't think such an adult like Lux would do what he did, and I'm about to tell you guys. Go back 3 years. It was 2019. We were about to see Logan Paul fight KSI. Me and Lux, we went to LA. If you were one of my amazing fans, you would know that. You would be a little surprised, though, when I told you about the girlfriend situation. That's right, I met a very pretty girl in LA. And let me just tell you how Lux made me cry. I met this girl, I got her number. Yeah, Mr. Top 5's a bit of a player. And I ended up taking her to dinner, because, like, what else is a guy supposed to do? Take her to dinner and hopefully she dates you. And she liked me. I was a very, very happy boy. Until Lux ruined it. That's right, I took her to a very fancy steak restaurant, and when I was there, I knew something was up. Do you guys ever have those weird feelings where you know something is wrong or you know something is about to go wrong? I was looking at, I guess I call her my girlfriend, even though she's my ex-girlfriend now. Thanks, Lux. I'm about to explain why. You know, she seemed fine, she seemed happy, but something felt wrong and I didn't know what it was. I was dressed up super nice, she was wearing a dress, it was a very romantic night. But when I was at this fancy restaurant, I kept hearing like laughing in the background. It was weird because there was jazz music playing and just someone kept laughing. And I looked all around because I knew that laugh from somewhere. Something was going on, and that laugh is what lost me a very beautiful girl. I was scanning the area, looking all around, and boom, I saw it. It was Lux. Lux showed up to the restaurant. He was wearing a suit. I'm trying to put my headphones back on. This man was wearing a suit and he was looking at my table and he was laughing at me. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I wasn't wearing a hat and I got the receding hairline. But this girl looked past it. She was very nice. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Lux is at the restaurant. Maybe he has a date of his own. Maybe it was a coincidence that he showed up. So I went over and I said, hey, dude, why are you laughing? And I noticed that he was not with anyone. He wasn't even at a table. He was wearing a suit. But why are you wearing a suit when you don't have a table? And I said, oh, why are you here? And he goes, I looked at your Find My Friends on your phone. That's right. He stalked me. He went to where I was for dinner wearing a suit without anyone else. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? That's when things got a whole lot worse. He went over to my table and I will never, I guess it was a prank he did. He was filming it too and he just never posted it. I guess like this video to see the clip, comment down below, but it was not a very good moment in my life. It turns out the reason he was wearing this suit and why he came to the restaurant was he had a ploy, an entire plot to steal my girlfriend. Fast forward a lot, maybe a few days later, we're gonna go back to the story. I ended up looking in Lux's phone and he was talking to Charlie, he was talking to Wyatt, saying how jealous he was that I had this girl and he was going to steal her. And oh my gosh. And you want to know what this man wearing a suit without anyone else, without even a table, decides to do? I'm next to the bathroom with him. That's just where we were standing because that's where he was shooting his camera, looking at me, laughing. Everyone was staring at him. He decides to leave the area, not say a word to me, and sit down at the table with my girlfriend. That's right. I left the table, which is very rude because I wanted to confront Lux, and he decides to sit down at the table. I'm running over. At this point, I'm standing. He's sitting, and I didn't want to, like, ruin her image of me. I wanted to be a good boyfriend. And well, this man named LOX, he ruined it. He completely ruined it. Want to know what he said? He said, word for word, this man is completely bald. The receding hairline you are seeing is actually a wig. He completely lied and said that I don't have any hair. Look, I have hair. He lied. And on top of that, he starts bringing up my YouTube channel. He says, you know the Mr. Top 5 channel that shows Mr. Top 5? He goes, yeah, me, Lox, I make all the gameplay. He just sits there and reacts to it. He was sitting there lying to my girlfriend that I've had for one day to steal her away. And on top of that, the straw that broke the camel's back, he told her that I was cheating on her. The worst part about this is that I was only dating her for one day, so she didn't know me very well, but she was very sweet, and she decided to believe Lox that I had another girlfriend while I was going to dinner with this girl. Pause for just 1 second. If you're enjoying this story time and you are entertained, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Help this channel reach 1 million subscribers. But the story only gets worse. There was a lot of yelling going on between her and him. I was like very calm, wearing my suit and tie. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay. I just leave. I left the restaurant because she broke up with me because she thought I was cheating. Whatever, it's fine. I'm over it. I go back to the Airbnb that we were staying at during the Logan Paul versus KSI fight. And, you know, I'm just chilling, drinking some slurp juice, right? Lox gets back about maybe 30 minutes later. I look at his car. Who's in the car? My girlfriend. Or should I say, my ex-girlfriend. But the thing is that she was never over the Airbnb before this. I was dating her, and she didn't know where I lived or where I had the place. So she goes back, and Lox didn't tell her that I was there. Very awkward situation, I might say, and it only gets worse. It's funny because, you know, I was saying very sweet girl. She was very nice, but that was actually the calm before the storm. I should have realized that when she believed Lox that I was cheating on her with absolutely no context, that maybe she was a little crazy, and it turns out she was, because the Airbnb we were renting, she thought that I was stalking them. She thought that I didn't rent the place. She thought that I broke in the house. So what did she do? She takes a chair and smashes the window. Yeah. She leaves the house, and what did Lox accomplish? He made me get broken up with this girl, and he didn't even have the girl at the end of the day, and he left us both single. Hope you learned your lesson, Lox. Idiot.